alt text, alternative text, alt description, alt tag, alt attribute. All of these mean the same thing. They're just different ways of saying alt text, which is short for alternative text. Now, what is this? In this video, we'll be answering this question. Alternative text is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. This is used to describe images on any digital platform. This could be an app, this could be on a website, this could be any type of image in a PDF or anything like that that is digital. Now, if someone is visually impaired or blind and they can't see the image, alternative text describes what is in the image so that if you can't see the image, you can understand in the context what the image is showing. Basically, you're describing the image through words instead of visually seeing it. So if you took out an image and you replaced it with those words, then you would still understand what's going on in the context of where the image was. When should alt text be used?
Anytime an image conveys information. The exception is decorative images, ones that are purely visual with no content or function, like a background flourish or a divider line. Those should actually be left blank so a screen reader skips right over them.
Who should be including alt text? Anyone who uses images. This could be personal use on social media or in your own little designs or publications, whatever you're doing. Especially if you're a business or have a website of some sort, an app, you should definitely be using alternative text to describe your images. Well, why is alternative text even important? Well, as we discussed, those who can't see very well, who are blind or visually impaired, will be able to understand the context of the image without being able to see it. And people using screen readers specifically are going to benefit from alternative text. So when you look at an image, you don't actually see the alternative text. It's something that's being read to people who are using screen readers. And a screen reader is a way for someone who can't see, they hear someone talking to them, they can help them navigate a website, they read everything that's on the web page to them, and it helps them be able to use it without actually having to see it. They use keys on the keyboard to navigate around with the aid of the voice, like I said. Now, when someone doesn't put in alternative text, it starts to do really weird things with the screen reader. There has been a trend for a while for business owners or people with websites of their own to use alternative text in a way to help them gain SEO or to help drive traffic to their websites. Now, I think that inherently alternative text, when done correctly, will do this. However, you need to make sure that your images are accurately being described so that someone who is using a screen reader can actually understand what's going on. Doing keyword stuffing, which is where you just put a whole bunch of keywords into the alternative text so you can gain SEO, is not okay. This does not describe the image and is very confusing to someone who's using a screen reader. Alternative text needs to be short, concise, and descriptive. It can be a little tricky to know what to put in your alternative text to describe especially complicated images. But the most important thing to keep in mind is the context of the image with where it's placed. So if it's in like a news article, are you using a caption with it? So the caption in the alternative text should not match. You should utilize both to help gain context for both. You really don't have to describe every little tiny detail. All the tiny little details in an image aren't going to really be necessary. This would make it really hard for someone to navigate with their screen reader and not efficient. You just need to give them enough information for the context to understand. So just think about it like you're on one side of a wall and someone's on the other, and you're trying to describe to them what you're seeing so they understand. You're not going to sit there and describe every tiny little thing. Like if there was an image with 100 people in it, you're not going to sit there and describe what every person looks like, what they're wearing, how they're standing. You're just going to describe it as a group of people and try to convey that concisely so that someone can understand what the group as a whole looks like. An important thing when it comes to people is making sure that you can help someone understand the emotions that are being conveyed. Now, this can be their expression on their face. If they're doing something in the environment to express an emotion, say they're hiding behind something, feeling shy, making sure that's understood. Also, a big question is, what attributes of a person, when there's people in an image, are important to describe? Do we need to say an age? Do we need to explain a gender? Do we need to talk about race in our alternative text? This can be a tricky topic. In my personal opinion, if the attribute, say their age or gender, is related to the topic of the article or whatever they're talking about, then it might be appropriate to describe it in the image, because this helps with giving context of why it's being placed there. Now, same with any other attribute, disability doesn't need to be pointed out unless it's relevant to the context. So on my website, I have images of me, but not in every single one am I going to put in there disabled person who has eyes and then describe my eyes in all those images. I'm only going to do that when it's relevant to what I'm talking about. Now, if in your image you're displaying a product that you have, you're going to want to focus your description on explaining what the product looks like, and that way, if someone is going on your website and they want to better understand, then they can understand through the alternative text if they can't see it. And the more concise, shorter of alternative text, the better. I would say that it's best to try to use at least 4 words to describe your alternative text and keep it as few words as possible beyond that while still describing what's in the image. When there is text on an image, if that text is built into the HTML, a screen reader will already be able to read it. So you don't need to put that in the description of the alternative text. However, if it's an image you created where you put words on the image itself and it's a JPEG, the screen reader will not be able to read that text, so that needs to be described in the alternative text, or you can use the caption as well to describe that. Not being able to read text on an image is a super frustrating thing as someone who's visually impaired. I do want to point out that there are people who use screen readers who aren't visually impaired. Maybe they have a mental disability that makes it easier for them to use a screen reader. So keep that in mind. So if you need to add alternative text, or moving forward you want to improve your alternative text, make sure you come back for that video. If you thought that this video was helpful, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel below and turn on the notification bell so you can receive notifications whenever I post a video. And make sure to comment below any questions you have that you want me to address in next week's video. I hope that you all have a fantastic week. Bye!